How was Stereophonic, the hit Broadway play?
I went last night.
Tony-winning play.
First of all, it won like multiple Tonys, right?
It won the big one.
It won the big one, but I think it was nominated for like 13.
Yeah, it won a bunch, I think.
So my stepdad saw it like a month ago. He did not like it at all.
He didn't care for it.
He didn't like it. But here's the thing. He went in, all he knew is that it won the Tony.
Yes.
And so his expectations were way up here.
Sure.
He said it was terrible.
Yes.
Which put my expectations down here.
Yes.
So I went in with low expectations. He went in with high.
Yes.
So it exceeded my low expectations.
Yes.
But it was still, it was all right. I don't think it should have won the Tony. But here's the thing. It's basically the story of Fleetwood Mac.
Yes. Well, the guy ripped off the...
Yeah, and he's suing him over it.
Yeah.
But they wrote all these new songs or whatever. They had Arcade Fire. Write the songs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, so the whole time I'm thinking, well, if this is the same story as Fleetwood Mac, because the guy literally ripped off the book and he's getting sued over it, all I'm getting is the story of Fleetwood Mac without those iconic songs.
Without the Fleetwood Mac songs.
I'm hearing
fucking bullshit Arcade Fire.
Bullshit Arcade Fire wannabe Fleetwood Mac songs.
Yeah.
Instead of Fleetwood Mac. So the whole time I'm thinking, I just wish they were doing Dreams and Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow.
Right.
Instead of whatever bullshit song they were thinking.
Right.
But the whole thing was kind of Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was 3 hours long. Oh, by the way, we get there.
No intermission.
It's her birthday, so I take her to dinner in a place what I think is down the street from the theater. Turns out there's two of these restaurants in Manhattan. I go to one like in somewhere far in like the West Village.
Oh no!
And it's like I don't realize till we're like getting out of there, and I go, oh my god! And it's the 22-minute cab ride to the theater.
Oh no!
I think it's like a 7-minute walk away.
Oh no!
We missed the first 15 minutes of the show.
Oh, Joe!
And our seats are in the middle of this whole row, and all these old people have to get up to let us in, and they look pissed.
Oh, I would be pissed.
They look absolutely pissed. And then so they let us, and they're pissed off. In the intermission, we try to go out to pee and get a drink, and they don't get up for us. They go, you
got up once.
So we had to go out the other way.
Yeah.
There's like 8 people on this side.
I'm on their side, to be honest. You get up, you get one.
Yeah. But then they get one bathroom in this theater in the basement.
Yeah.
And there's a line of like 140 old men trying to piss.
Oh, really?
And old guys take forever to piss. And there's just this long ass line.
Really? Wow. There's usually never a line for the men's room.
They had to push back
one
the
good
intermission.
thing about being a man.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only benefit.
Yeah, it's the only
besides
good
the sweet, sweet privilege.
Right, yeah.
And the money.
Yeah.
And the power.
Oh,
but power, money.
Forgot about
But so they push back the intermission by like another 7 minutes to let everybody piss.
Wow.
So
you're lucky they let you in, because normally they don't even let you in if you're late. They'll say, wait, you got to wait till intermission.
I would have fought. I would have put up a fight.
Yeah.
I think we were just in time to squeak in, but it was,
There's a grace period, 15-minute grace period.
Stereophonic, I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Maybe a 7.
Wow. What's your other favorite play?
Shrek the Musical, which I did see.
Yeah.
And it rocked. I'm a Shrek guy.
You're a big Shrek guy, but that's a musical.
Yeah, this is a play with music.
Yeah, the play with music written by Arcade Fire. And Arcade Fire, there's like fucking 30 people in the group.
Really?
I think so.
I get them mixed up with the Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys, well, they used to be good.
They
not so much anymore.
And then they got on the gay disco train and came back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Arcade Fire, I believe, I could be wrong, but there's like 30 people. They were on Saturday Night Live one time, and there's like 30 people on stage, and I go, 30 people? It still sucks. You'd think one guy would be able to write one good song.
Tame Impala, they got one guy. They put out 4 hit records. Arcade Fire got everybody. My fucking cousins in Arcade Fire.
You think that one guy would be able to stumble upon one catchy tune?
One separation of removal between someone and Arcade Fire. You can ask any guy on the street. He knows somebody in Arcade Fire. It's the easiest thing in the world to find somebody in that band. Yeah, they got tryouts every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the easiest jobs to get in New York City right now.
To be a member of Arcade Fire.
Member of Arcade Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll get into jobs. It's a struggle out there for some people.
Well, we're going to find out that and more. We've got all kinds of interesting stories today on the Echo Chamber podcast. That's right. That's what you're listening to. This is the only podcast where two comedians read the Wall Street Journal because one of us gets it for free from work. Well, Trent, what are we going to hear about today?
Well, I'll give you a little rundown of some of the stories we'll be covering if I can grab the paper here. Well, Joe, you're familiar with Redbox.
Oh, I remember Redbox.
No.
I thought it went the way of disco.
It did. They went bankrupt, and they just left all the machines out at the Walgreens.
You know what? I love it. Yeah. I would do the same fucking thing. I say you clean them up.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. Why doesn't Netflix come remove them? Well, we're also going to be hearing about surveillance parents facing the ultimate firewall freshman year in college.
Oh,
hear how helicopter parents are coping with their little babies going to college.
Well, we did a story. I believe Christoph, our old roommate, was on the pod. We did a story. People would pay.
Yes.
Is that similar?
No. It's different, but it's similar.
Yes. Well, you've heard of Starbucks, Joe. Well, they got a new CEO. He used to be in charge of Chipotle. The Chipotle guy.
Yeah, they got the Chipotle guy.
He says no discounts, no nothing
for employees.
No, for anybody. Pay full price.
Discounts or nothing.
That's his big plan to turn around Starbucks.
It's not a bad plan because listen, these guys are hooked on that shit and they'll pay any price for it.
Yeah, that's true.
All the girly pops, they have to have it every day. Well, we're going to hear about the elderly, politically divided couples navigate a rough election year. So it's a dwindling portion of the population, households where the husband and wife are, part of two different political parties. So we'll be hearing how they're navigating another turbulent election year.
Oh, wow. I wonder where most of the men fall.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Oh, well, I'm glad. And speaking of people finding it difficult to work, finding jobs, LinkedIn.
I'm familiar.
Well, apparently there's a new thing on there that you could put your hashtag desperate for a job.
And I'm sure they won't come down on the salary at all.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I can't wait to hear about that. Well, Trent, we've done our deep dives on this podcast.
Yes.
And we are, of course, a podcast with two comedians reading the Wall Street Journal podcast.
You are correct, sir.
Well, move over Deep Dives and move over Echo Chamber. There's a new podcast in town called Deep Dive.
Oh.
And it's run by AI.
Oh. Oh, great.
The first AI podcast is here.
Yeah, just what we need.
And it could be about anything you want.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They've got all podcasts are covered now.
Oh, good.
So this will be the last episode. Because Deep Dive, the AI podcast, just got it covered.
Podcast host was the one thing they couldn't take away from me.
Guess again, my friend. Guess again.
It's an honor to be a podcast host, I think. Well, Joe, I'll start us off here. This is a sad tale. Sad story.
This is from, where is this from?
Well, it's near and dear. Well, it's from the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, from the Wall Street Journal.
Yes. Bankruptcy took Redbox. Who will take the machines?
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could just leave a mess after. I didn't know. Because Red Lobster went bankrupt.
Right.
The managers just left the restaurants and the fucking shrimp on the ground. Left the fucking boilers on. The fucking lobster in the pot. Fuck it.
Yeah, the lobsters, they're in the tank.
It's done.
They're in the tank still.
Yeah,
fucking algae and shit.
Throw a fucking apron on the ground, walk out. Leave the lights on. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Leave it for the rats.
Fucking big box of shrimp. You just toss it on the ground.
It's all over. It's over.
No, but Red Lobster, they're turning that around. They got the new...
Exactly. They're one of those companies that goes bankrupt and stays open for the rest of the eternity, which I guess I didn't know what bankrupt meant.
Right. But I think Redbox, I think it is done.
They're done.
They're done. They're done for. And I never really used Redbox.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I would go pick up a couple DVDs. The Redbox is the 7-Eleven down the street.
Ooh. I always liked Family Video.
Well, I did this in my post-college years.
Yeah. But, I love a good physical media. I love a DVD stuff.
You and me both, brother.
Well, the company's defunct. Sticking merchants...
It's debunked.
with 24,000 DVD dispensing kiosks.
Scrap them for parts.
That's what they're going to do. That's what some people are doing. There's a red-hot market for guys like Matthew Taylor, the owner of an Alabama moving company. He's hired to extract the DVD dispensing machines that are taking up space and sapping the resources and patience of store owners across the country. The machines, owned by now-defunct Redbox, weigh as much as 890 pounds.
Jesus.
And can be environmental hazards.
I would imagine. You could just toss that in the ocean.
And sometimes require an electrician to disconnect.
Although, really, it would sink to the bottom, right? So what is it really doing?
It would sink to the bottom, but there's probably mercury and shit in it.
Yeah, you can't give a guy a DVD without a little mercury. There's no way to do it.
No, there's no way to do it. And that might be the easy part, getting rid of the machine. The next steps are figuring what to do with the big red machines and all the DVDs that in the era of streaming have been rendered largely obsolete.
Well, I would hang on to them because vinyl became obsolete, and then it came back the moment everybody got rid of it.
You're exactly right, Joe.
DVDs could go the way of vinyl.
They could go the way of vinyl.
But I doubt it because it is a worse way to watch a movie than like VHS or anything else. Isn't it? Or not?
I think you're thinking of CDs.
Yeah, I'm thinking of CDs.
I think DVDs, you can make the case for VHS, I suppose.
Well, Blu-ray, that's something.
Blu-ray something, yes. And let's not even get into 4K Ultra HD. That's a whole other podcast.
No, I'm just saying the Blu-ray is something.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Let's see an AI podcast host come up with that.
Yeah. No, Blu-ray. You're right. That is something. Redbox's parent.
What do all these companies have to have parents? Babies and parents and sisters. My mommy.
Redbox's parent filed for bankruptcy in the summer.
Sorry, son.
Saying,
Daddy's got it rolled. Daddy's a Rolling Stone. I'm gonna go pick up some smoke.
You stay out here outside the CVS.
Yeah, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
He fucking gets his car, puts it in reverse, and fucking cuts it out of that parking lot. Oh, well, anyway. They say it lacked the cash to buy the rights to many new releases, and the kiosk operator subsequently went out of business. Left 24,000.
Sorry, running out of cash is the funniest reason for a company to go under. We ran out of cash.
Oh, no. Oh, we are fucked.
We're cash poor.
They left 24,000 movie vending machines still in the field. Some of the nation's biggest retailers were stuck holding the logistical bag. Chains like CVS and Walgreens, Walmart, and Dollar General, and Albertsons, whatever that is, and Kroger are among those getting bankruptcy court approval to dispose of abandoned Redbox kiosks, which on average hold more than 600 films.
Yeah, and it's hard because it's like you could try to sell them, but like who's going to buy them, you know?
I would buy one. I'd buy a big...
If they had them like at fucking 50 cents for a DVD, yeah, I'd go load up.
I'd try to buy the machine. If I had money... I would try to buy the machine. I'd buy the machine and put it in my man cave. Piss off my bitch wife.
If you had a real man cave, it would be kind of a cool novelty piece. Yeah. I mean, maybe not. They probably don't look as cool as like a jukebox, you know.
Well, that's your cinephile.
Buddy,
I'm a big cinephile.
If it's got file on the end, I'm one. So count me in.
So they're not just taking up store space. Retailers say the machines interfere with remodeling plans and
the contractor comes. Yeah, it's no good.
You see, you got a Redbox machine.
Yeah, it's no good. I can't work around that. It's gonna cost you.
And they're potential safety hazards.
They should drywall them over. Just like in front of the CVS got a little box sticking out of the wall. Yeah. What is in there?
It's like a New York landlord. You just fucking paint over it.
I would just drywall over it.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Well, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Outdoor machines are bolted onto the concrete foundations and contain a coolant that is supposed to be disposed of in an environmentally safe manner.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Never going to happen.
Yeah. Trying to fucking move mountains here.
Walgreens told the court that it spent $184,000 a month at roughly 3,000 stores to power nearly 5,000 machines belonging to a failed business.
Jesus Christ.
God. One supermarket operator said it was worried about people trying to break into the kiosk and steal films.
Why worry about it at that point? I would just open it up.
Yeah.
Let them have it.
Exactly, yeah. Most of the machines likely were stripped down and sold for scrap metal, according to vending machine consultant.
Bullshit job if I've ever heard one.
Okay, hold on.
I'm a vending machine consultant.
Vending machine consultant Ben Wheeler, a 2017 Kiosk Hall of Fame inductee.
What? He's in the Kiosk Hall of Fame?
He's in the Kiosk Hall of Fame.
I don't think it was a big running.
Yeah. By the way, vending machine. I feel like as a country, we've given up on vending machines.
We turned our backs on them. Yeah.
Any vending machine, it doesn't work. I go to a vending machine or try to get a nice 7-Up, ice cold 7-Up.
Yeah. The last one's broke down in 2012, and they go, "We're not. It's done. That was it."
It's got Richard Petty on the on the cover. Of
or you have these fucking smart kiosks that fucking
make me want to fucking take some baseball bat to it.
You gotta put in your fucking. You gotta attach your fucking credit card number to it. Your PayPal,
Social Security number.
You gotta give your Social Security number and it fucking
put in your password.
Airdrops
your
it to the
machine
bottom.
Password. Yeah, open it up. But a small percentage could be salvaged and find homes either with collectors looking to preserve a piece of video history, or with enterprising sorts with other ideas about how to put the machines to use. North Carolina resident Jacob Helton, 19. Said he got a machine by pure luck when a contractor's truck and trailer. Oh my God, it's my lucky day.
It's pure luck.
It's pure luck. A contractor's truck and trailer pulled up at a local drugstore to haul it off. Quote, "I struck up a conversation with him and made a deal," he said. Helton said he plans to keep the look of the kiosk exterior, but would repurpose the interior to store his games and discs.
Cool.
I wanted a Redbox machine because I felt like Redbox is important in the history of American media. He said.
It's not.
It's the collapse marks the end of the video rental era. Yeah, Redbox. It's really not.
It was a blip. It was a blip in the radar.
Barely worth even talking about. But so we'll skip to the last part here because this is just an odd choice to mention this. Also in limbo are movies that never made it inside a machine. DVD maker Vantiva said in a court filing that is stuck with over almost 400,000 discs that now defunct Redbox had ordered but never took. Vantiva has looked into selling the films, which include Karate Dog and The 12 Dogs of Christmas. So it mentions out of all the movies, they mentioned 2 dog movies. Karate Dog and The 12 Dogs.
Yeah, it's also got these shitty dog movies nobody wants. Nobody wants these fucking dog movies. To have a dog come over and take them off our hands. Well, Trent, our next story from the Wall Street Journal.
Ooh.
Surveillance parents face ultimate firewall. Freshman year. As kids settle into college, moms and dads used to tracking them struggle on the sidelines.
Oh.
As this year's freshmen acclimate to college life, their parents confront a big adjustment. After years of peering into teachers' gradebooks for real-time updates and stalking their children on Life 360...
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Maybe we talked about it before. They now find themselves relegated to the sidelines. That doesn't mean their offspring stop asking them for help. What's a parent to do when their child complains about a human dorm room or a loud roommate?
What? A human dorm room?
A humid, sorry.
Oh.
It's alive.
Humid.
My dorm room's humid. My roommate's loud. I'll drive through the night, darling. We'll get in the car.
Say no more.
Say no more. We're coming in from Toledo. Is continued smartphone surveillance advisable? No. And if so, how could they handle knowing Junior isn't waking up for classes?
Jesus Christ.
A mom recently questioned the accuracy of the Snapchat map because while monitoring her son, she discovered he wasn't sleeping in his dorm room.
Whoa! Well, my God, what could he be doing?
Something must be wrong with the Snapchat map.
I'll have to contact Snap.
Mr. Snap.
Perhaps something's wrong with the map, the Snapchat map.
A fellow member, I forgot to mention this Facebook group. There's this new Facebook group after the drop, Parenting Through College Years. It exploded. It's got 12,000 members overnight. They get 100 requests a day. So this is on the forum. Somebody else said,
the whole point of sending you off to college, you reignite the love.
Yeah, go on a trip. Fuck your wife.
Yeah.
Pick up pottery class.
Empty nester.
Do the fucking garden you've been thinking about. Well, Lori Moe's son, Kyle, is a freshman at Chapman University. She confesses that resisting the urge to track him is a struggle. It's self-torture, says Moe, 60, a Bay Area real estate manager. One night at 1 a.m., I look at my phone to make sure he was in bed. She joined after the drop for inside tips and strategies for obtaining signs of life from her son at college. One tip Mo learned from the group was to send Kyle a photo of the family cat. It worked, often eliciting a heart emoji, just enough to reassure mom
that he was alive.
Yeah.
Oh, the cat. Send him the cat.
Send him the cat.
Every day I hear these stories. I thank God my mom isn't insane.
Yeah, me too. When my mom dropped me off at college, that was it. She drove away.
Yeah.
I was like, don't contact me.
Right.
Not only do parents chat more with their kids now, but some 70% now expect at least weekly communication from the college itself. The moms want to hear from the college.
Oh, my God.
Ohio State? This is Deborah.
Yeah.
How's Billy adjusting? Did he get to all of his classes?
Yes, this is the dean calling.
Well, many schools are adopting an if you can't beat them, join them mentality, creating offices and family for family and parent engagement. They created the AHEPP, AHEPPP, for Family Engagement Higher Education. Okay, well, I don't know what it stands for. The National Association for Such Specialists launched in 2009, and it has 49 member institutions. Sorry, it had 49 member institutions. Today, it has 230. Oh, wow. It's a contrast to many people's college experience when their parents would simply put them on a bus from Colorado to Illinois with 3 suitcases.
Right, you're lucky to get a postcard.
Yeah, see you at Christmas. Amy Schreiber says she has received a barrage of communications from the Ohio State University, where her daughter recently began. Schreiber recently received an email guiding parents to remind their children about the ad drop deadline. It suggested parents might say, "Are you planning on adding or dropping a class?"
We're fucked.
Imagine getting that email. Fucking kidding me? Figure it out.
Oh my God.
So worried for my child, a mother posted recently on another parent support Facebook group with 24,000 members. Her kid had texted from college about a humid room, broken laundry card, and other small inconveniences. I'm so sorry, so hard on our mama hearts when they struggle, another member commiserated. Others offered counsel. Amazon a fan to her. And, quote, "Don't cave in, Mom. Yeah. Life skills will kick in unless she was never taught them, ? Good luck."
Sounds like she wasn't.
Absolutely weren't.
Amazon a fan to her.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that. Thank God for this Facebook.
What do I do? Well, so that's the latest in the helicopter.
We live in hell.
What are they to do?
We live in pure hell, Joe.
Here's what I say.
Yes.
Not only should you not helicopter your kids when they go to college, kids don't even go to college.
Yeah, I didn't go to college.
I don't think.
Look at me, I'm doing great.
He's doing great. He's got a host of a podcast.
Yeah, I live with 2 chicks.
Yeah, I got while the getting was good. But yeah, I would say just drop out and tune in.
Tune in to TikTok.
Drop out, turn on, and tune in.
Yes, exactly. Well, Joe, wow. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Headline: Starbucks pairs discounts under its new CEO. Get ready to resume paying the regular price for your Starbucks fix.
Oh, no. Not my Starbies.
Yes. Starbucks is pulling back on promotions and discounts. A move by Brian Nickel.
I love this guy.
The new chief executive officer to reposition the coffee chain after a turbulent year. Since Nickel was tapped in August to take the helm, Starbucks has quietly reduced the frenzy of discounts it had offered for long stretches of the past year, according to company executives and baristas.
So the baristas don't get the discounts either. Or they do. Or they just talk to the baristas.
They just talk to the baristas.
So they went to a Starbucks and said, what's going on?
They go. And the barista's like, they got rid of discounts.
I'll tell you what's going on already. No more discounts.
Yeah. I think they probably they should get free coffee, you would think.
You should get a shifty at least.
Yeah. Starbucks and other restaurant chains have increasingly leaned on discounts this year to woo back customers after years of raising menu prices. Executives said the increases were necessary to cover higher costs and wages, but inflation-fatigued diners have pulled back on eating out, prompting chains to promote their value and unfurl deals.
It's a standoff.
It's a standoff.
I don't want to eat out. Well, I don't want a discount. Then I guess we're done here.
Yeah, we're done here.
Yeah. No more Starbucks.
Yeah. We'll both walk away.
We'll both walk away. We'll go the way of Redbox.
Yes. Starbucks.
We'll pour the coffee on the floor and we'll walk out. We'll leave the lights on.
Fucking throw the cake pops down. Yeah.
It's fucking cake pops.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. The place is for chicks.
It's for chicks.
It's for chicks.
Yeah, it's for chicks. Yeah, it's for cake pops.
I don't want to have anything from a Starbucks.
Cake pops and an old Sheryl Crow CD.
Yeah, here's some hand sanitizer, honey.
Hand sanitizer and almond milk.
Some fucking almond milk.
Yeah, it's for chicks. The whole thing's for chicks.
For fucking chicks.
Yeah. When I do go into a Starbucks, I go with a lady. And I go, can I get a coffee? And I get regular milk. They fucking look at me like I'm a leper.
And when you ask for milk in the coffee, they pour about half a gallon of fucking milk in it.
Yeah. It sucks. Starbucks sucks. No, I really don't care about Starbucks. But anybody you talk to, they'll go, Starbucks, wow, the coffee sucks. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's on every fucking corner. It's the most...
Well, the frou-frou drinks are what people are addicted to there, and what all the girls drink.
Yes.
They're the ones with all the sugar and the cream and the pumps and the cold foam. Yeah, but the regular black coffee is dog dick bad.
Right.
They burn it to, it's like awful. Mm-hmm. They burn the beans.
They burn the beans. Starbucks is pivoting away from discounts as Nickel emphasizes the company's hallmarks of selling handcrafted premium coffee, which sucks. Starbucks.
Yeah, it's not premium crafted. It's produced in a fucking factory by a fucking mule that sprays diarrhea into a vat, and they fucking distill that into the coffee.
Wow. Starbucks.
It's bad.
It's bad is what you're trying to say.
It's bad.
Starbucks isn't planning to run broad offers during the holiday seasons and instead aims to promote seasonal drinks through advertising. No. Oh, wow. What a brilliant idea. Nickel, who took over at Starbucks about a month ago, is looking to reset the chain after a rocky year. Starbucks has experienced reduced business in the U.S. and China, and the company has lowered its sales expectations twice this year. Activist shareholders piled into Starbucks stock, and the company's board terminated Laxman Narasimhan, the previous CEO.
They terminated Laxman Narasimhan?
Yeah, they terminated.
He's terminated.
They terminated Laxman.
It's done. They terminated his ass. Did they get the Terminator?
He won't be back. He was succeeded by Nickel, the former chief executive of Chipotle Mexican Grill, who ushered in a turnaround there. Did he really? Because
yeah, the last thing I heard was people were bitching about the portion sizes.
Yeah, and then
he had his viral thing. Yeah, give him a little nod, give him a nudge,
and they'll give you more. They'll give you more guac.
Yeah.
Since his tenure began, at least 3 Starbucks executives have exited from the company, including leaders of the company's North America and coffee divisions.
So since he got there, people have been leaving?
3 executives.
Did they get fired or did they leave willingly?
I think they left willingly. They left. They were leaders of the company's North America division and its coffee division. Here's the issue. It should all be the coffee division. You're a coffee shop.
It's like Pizza Hut. A guy leaves the pizza division.
Yeah.
What is the coffee division?
The coffee division for the coffee shop. Seems like probably the most.
He goes, "You're fired. We're shutting down this division anyway." Discounts are done and no more coffee.
No more coffee. We're gonna make burritos now.
That's what I know.
That's what I know.
Write what you know. I'm a burrito man.
Yeah. So the strategy. This is a quote. The strategy is simply put, just making a couple powerful choices, and then we've got to execute like crazy. Nichols said in September during
execute like crazy
an internal company forum. The changes must make the brand better, and leaders will evaluate the impact on customers and workers, he said. Completely meaningless bullshit.
Well, I mean, all he says is meaningless bullshit.
Doesn't mean anything.
All he does is go from one failing company to the next.
And so they'd work when he worked for Chipotle, so we'll hire him.
Yeah, he's a fucking hot potato.
Nichols said operations at a company can go haywire without a well-thought-out process communicated to employees, drawing applause from Starbucks employees in attendance.
Great point, Brian. Is his name Brian?
Brian.
It's got to be the dumbest name that anyone could ever have.
Brian Nickel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian stinks.
Brian is the name of an idiot.
Starbucks, Nickel's the worst type of change. Starbucks long championed itself as a premium brand that did little discounting. Howard Schultz is a former CEO who built Starbucks into a global company. Previously said the chain needed to be careful with promotions. These days, a grande pumpkin spice latte in Chicago can cost $6.25 and nearly $10 with extra syrups and flavors.
Well, yeah, I mean, how many fucking extra flavors and syrup? It's already pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
Why are they adding extra flavors and syrups? What more do you need from it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's more, damn it. It's not enough.
More.
Double pumpkin cold foam.
Yeah, well, they need cold foam. I can't imagine having a drink without cold foam now.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah. The company's U.S. same-store sales improved slightly in the quarter ended in June compared with the previous quarter, but remained down versus the prior year period. Narasimhan, Laxman Narasimhan,
Laxman, he's dead.
Another executive said that promotions had helped bring back some customers, though Starbucks needed to do more.
Listen, I think it's done for Starbucks. People
you think it's curtains?
Well, I think it's the beginning of curtains. It'll be a slow decline like any empire.
Yes.
Because people woke up, they smelled the fucking roses, they smelled how bad the coffee is.
Yeah.
They realized that because now there's all these little cute coffee shops down the street everywhere.
There's a bunch of coffee shops, way more coffee shops than even when you left, Joe. I mean, there's 4.
That's what I'm saying. Wow,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I would have stayed.
Yeah.
But,
well, you made a mistake.
Okay, look at 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You had Starbucks, and that was it. Now there's a coffee shop on every block.
Dunkin'.
And I'm not just talking about Brooklyn and New York. I mean, you go to
you're
Kansas City, you go to Indianapolis.
Franklin, Indiana, they got a couple of coffee
they got
shops.
fucking Aunt Petunia's coffee down the street.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
And people got a taste, and they don't want fucking Starbucks. There isn't really much. I might ditch this one and just do my other one. Yeah, basically, fucking some people vote for Trump and some people don't.
And they live together. And
they live together.
It's something people have done for hundreds of years, but it's unimaginable now.
Next. Well, this is from the exchange section of the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, yes.
And move over Echo Chamber. There's a new podcast in town. This will be your new favorite podcast.
Oh, great.
And the guy who wrote this is an absolute douchebag, and you'll see the way when I read it.
Christ.
It's written in the first person because they do things a little bit differently in the exchange section.
Yes.
The hosts aren't human. With this Google tool, you can now listen to a show about any topic you could possibly imagine. You won't believe your ears. Have you heard about the latest hit podcast? It's called Deep Dive, and you have to check it out. Each show is a chatty 10-minute conversation about, well, any topic you could possibly imagine. The hosts are just geniuses. It's like they know everything about everything. Their voices are soothing. Their banter is charming. They sound like the kind of people you'd want to hang out with. But you can't. As it turns out, these podcast hosts aren't real people. Their voices are entirely AI generated, and so is everything they say. God. And I can't stop listening to them.
Oh my God. This person should be locked up.
Yeah, it should be. He should be SITH.
Sith.
Sith, we call it.
She's Sith.
It should be Sith. The experimental audio feature released last month by Google is not just some toy or another tantalizing piece of technology with approximately zero practical value, even though it is. It's one of the most compelling and completely flabbergasting demonstrations of AI's potential.
Yeah, flabbergasting. It says flabbergasting.
I fucking hate this guy's guts. Quote, a lot of the feedback we get from our users and businesses for AI products is basically, that's cool, but is it useful? Is it easy to use? Said Kelly Schaefer, a product designer at Google Labs. Bitch. This one is definitely cool, and it's also useful and easy to use. All you need to do is drag a file, drop a link, or dump text into a free tool called Nook LM.
If I never had to drag a file the rest of my life, I'd buy a happy man.
Imagine downloading Notebook LM to drag your to drag your files into to generate a fake podcast.
Let me just download Notebook LM.
So the whole thing with this that I don't get is you have to have your own source material. So you have to dump in an article and then it turns it into a podcast. So the Google calls it audio
just
overview.
Let us do it. Let us do it for you.
Please. One of the coolest, most useful parts is that it makes podcasts out of stuff nobody would ever confuse for scintillating podcast material. Wikipedia pages, YouTube clips, random PDFs, your college thesis, your notes from that business meeting last month, your grandmother's lasagna recipe, your resume.
Oh, you just shit that you just used to read.
You just have that's an AI podcast now.
Yeah, you can listen to two fucking fake people talk about it. Like a fucking retard.
No, it's really cool, Trent. Each conversation is between the same male and female voices. Google says they don't have names, and it takes only a few minutes to create one. If you didn't know anything about it, you wouldn't guess it was automatically generated. It doesn't sound like other AI slop. It just sounds like any other podcast. And once you start playing with it, you'll probably become obsessed with it. It has become increasingly popular across Silicon Valley and among the people who are smartest about artificial intelligence.
Silicon Valley should be carpet bombed.
Can't wait till wasn't it supposed to fall into the sea? Can't happen soon enough. Deep Dive is now my favorite podcast. Carpathy wrote on X.
I believe Deep Dive was one of on the list of maybe potential podcast names, was it not?
Yeah. Well, and then we do Deep Dives.
We do the Deep Dives, yeah.
The more I listen, the more I feel like I'm becoming friends with the hosts. And I think this is the first time I've actually viscerally liked an AI. Two AIs. They are fun, engaging,
thoughtful. Can you imagine saying you like an AI? Oh, I like it. I really like
love them. This. They're fun, engaging, thoughtful, open-minded, and curious. There have only been 2 times when my mind has been blown by AI. The first time was my first introduction to Chat GPT. This was the second.
Mine was when I saw what Family Guy looked like as an anime.
Good thing I downloaded Notebook LM. The robotic voices speak like actual people, Trent. They break up their speech with like, and you know. They stammer. They stutter.
The worst part of the vodka.
They pause. They introduce points with okay, so the thing is. They reinforce each other's points with totally and 100%.
Where's the gun?
They reinforce each other's points with 100%.
Oh my god.
100%. Totally.
100%. Yeah, totally.
Totally. Yeah. They sound so much like real podcasters that I kept waiting for one of them to read a FanDuel ad. Ha ha ha. When I saw a Googler tweet, hold on, what does that even mean? When I saw a Googler tweet about a deep dive, what is it? We just mean when I saw someone tweet.
About
a guy who works at Google. I thought he meant a guy who goes on Google. What are we talking about? But I saw a Googler.
A Googler.
Is that what you're called if you work at Google? You're a Googler?
A Googler.
God damn. If I'm ever a Googler, fucking take me out back.
I call them evil scumbags.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're fucking asshole pricks want to ruin the world.
But at least they have a fucking cafeteria at their workplace.
Yeah, they got a cafeteria and a fucking slip and slide.
Pickleball court. Good for you stupid bitch.
When I saw a Googler tweet about deep dive on the history of potatoes, I decided
this sentence is like the death of the world. It's like, I mean, there's no coming back. It's over, Joe. This is the last sentence. I mean, we should just fucking blow the whole place up now. It's done.
When I saw a Googler tweet about a deep dive on the history of potatoes, I decided to listen to a deep dive on the history of Mr. Potato Head. You might think you know this is. You might think you know this spud, but trust me, there's more to him than meets the eye. That's one of the things they said in the podcast. As it happens, the product evolving is in exciting and unexpected directions as one of the Google Labs team's 2 metrics for success. Quote, did people use it for what we thought they would use it for? Schaefer said, and maybe even more important, did they identify like 1,000 other ways to use it that we never would have imagined? I wanted to hear more about that idea, so I opened Nook LM, uploaded a transcript of the interview, and listened to my new favorite AIs offer their different takes on another episode of Deep Dive. So he took an interview transcript about Deep Dive and put it into Deep Dive and listened to Deep Dive talk about Deep Dive. All thanks to Notebook LM.
Good God. How can you write an article like this and then look yourself in the mirror
and come home? Honey, did you read my article?
Oh, my God.
How does somebody still fuck that guy?
Oh, my God.
That's insane.
My pussy be like a fucking painted window.
If you listen to that... Yeah, well, we won't get into that. But if you listen to that podcast, fucking... Never listen to ours again, please. Jesus Christ.
God. Yeah, if you listen to that, fucking jump off the fucking bridge.
Yeah, pull a One Direction. fucking jump out of a third story hotel room.
Buenos Aires. Get in an argument with your ex-fiance.
Hasta la vista in Buenos Aires.
Well, this, Joe, is from the Personal Journal.
This is our final story on the Echo Chamber podcast.
Yes, our final story. One of our favorite sections from the Wall Street Journal, the Personal Journal. Headline. Making desperate pleas for work on LinkedIn.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Look at pictures of desperate people. Hashtag desperate.
Yeah. That's you can put that on your LinkedIn profile picture.
Hashtag desperate.
Hashtag desperate. So some people will say...
oh my God, that's so dehumanizing.
Some people have free Palestine or things like that. These people say hashtag desperate.
That's really what it looks like on the profile pictures?
Like, yeah.
That is so... That is so mean of them to do that to people.
Yeah. Well, they don't... They do it to themselves.
But they're like victims. Like they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know any better.
They're like people who do the naked shows. We won't name anybody by name. they don't know any better. Yeah. And then they find out years later they never should have done that.
Right. They find out years later they're on a videotape somewhere. And there's multiple naked shows, and we're not singling out a single one. Yeah. Job seekers are putting pink banners and the word hashtag desperate on their profiles. Will that help or hurt these would-be employees? What do you think, Joe?
Fucking bunch of would-be's is what I see.
Yeah. I would never... If I was in charge of hiring somebody and I went to LinkedIn, I saw they had desperate...
Oh, they're desperate. We should give them a shot.
Yeah, I mean...
How desperate are you? Going to start sucking dick for crack?
People aren't...
You don't know what desperate is, honey.
People aren't just hashtag open to work on LinkedIn. Apparently, that's another one you can use. Now, some job seekers are plain desperate. LinkedIn has long had a green profile picture banner with the hashtag open to work. It lets workers broadcast their availability in the hopes an employer might reach out or a friend might connect them to an open job. Now, job seekers at the end of their ropes are putting a more brutal spin on their status.
I mean, couldn't they have thought of a better word for this than desperate?
We'll get into who created this.
Okay.
A pink banner in the word hashtag desperate. Those who are using the banner say their desperation often reflects the fact that they have been without a job for months or years. Meanwhile, inflation, recruiting scams, fake job listings, and a cooling employment market for white-collar and other jobs have people feeling defeated. Some of them are working, just not in their chosen professions.
We got to hold out for the perfect job.
They're just the perfect job. I need the perfect job.
If only the perfect job would show up.
Alex Velasquez, a 39-year-old senior art director in motion graphics, bullshit job, started his career right before the 2007 to 2009 recession.
Oh.
The current rut he is in feels worse.
He thought he was desperate then.
Yeah. He didn't know what was coming. Velasquez was laid off in January. While he has freelanced before to stay afloat, he isn't getting much work this time around. He attributes his lack of work partly to his industry's growing use of artificial intelligence.
That dreaded AI.
And last year's actors and writers strike.
They're coming for us all, Trent. They're coming for the podcast.
Yes.
It seems like the only thing they're not coming for is like
jobs that require you to work.
Jobs that require you to work. They're only coming for our dreams.
You're right.
They're only coming for the arts and our dreams.
Yes. If your dream is to be a plumber, you're in good shape.
AI's not interested in that.
Not interested in that. Just all the fun, cool jobs. In late September, he added the pink desperate banner to his LinkedIn profile photo. It's hard not to feel desperate, says Velasquez, who lives in West New York, New Jersey.
West New York, New Jersey?
That's what it says here.
Okay, I didn't know that was a place.
I didn't either.
Well, he said, I would be desperate too if I lived over there.
West New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm desperate.
It reeks of desperate.
Newark's your airport? Yeah, that's desperate.
Recruiters, hiring managers, and career coaches, are divided on whether LinkedIn's open to work banner helps or hurts would-be employees. I would say it hurts, probably.
That's a bullshit coach.
Yeah.
Tim Waltz, there's a coach.
Yeah, there's a coach.
Football coach. Fucking job coach.
That's a job aid I can't take away right now.
Yeah.
Workers can mark their profiles as being open to work without displaying the badge. Using the highly visible banner alerts their extended network about their need for a job and can potentially spur referrals, or it can broadcast dissatisfaction with someone's current role. The desperate banner...
I would say that it broadcasts dissatisfaction, all right.
Yeah.
I think it broadcasts a lot of things.
Yeah. A sense of overwhelming sadness.
This guy, they meant smiling. Something about them smiling with that desperation hashtag next to it.
It's the
saddest thing I've ever seen.
Soul-sucking, yeah. Well, Courtney Summer Myers, a 28-year-old graphic designer and illustrator in Southampton, UK, started the Desperate label in late September after being laid off for the second time in January. Sounds like maybe it's her problem. Myers posed...
Yeah, for real.
Myers posed...
Most people don't get laid off twice in 1 month.
Right.
Courtney.
Myers' post hasn't led to an offer for a full-time job, but she has received thousands of messages with people offering freelance projects and a few job interviews. Her posts adding the hashtag garnered more than 400,000 reactions, as well as 9,000 comments and 8,000 reposts.
8,000 reposts and not a single job.
Not a single job. So it's really helping.
So
it's doing a lot.
Throw the hashtag desperate on your profile picture on LinkedIn.
Yeah, really. It's really working out.
Yeah.
Quote, there's been a lot of discourse about how the open to work banner puts off recruiters and hiring managers because it makes you come across as desperate, she wrote in her LinkedIn post. Frankly, as a victim of redundancy, I am desperate. And I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of.
Well, it is embarrassing.
And you should be ashamed. And it's not. It's obviously not helping you get a job.
No.
To promote that you're
it looks
desperate.
really bad.
It makes you look very bad. Inspired by Myers, Mac Schelt.
What?
That's the guy.
Oh, it's another guy.
It's the person's. Well, they use they as a pronoun. Change their link. That's what it says in the article. I didn't just throw that in there.
You didn't just do that based off the profile picture?
No. That is, they changed their LinkedIn profile picture in early October and posted about it. Schultz's frustration stems from the difficulty of getting any job in their industry and how long it has taken. In one particularly difficult scenario, Schultz, a 25-year-old screenwriter and producer in Los Angeles,
bullshit job,
was ghosted by a would-be employer a few weeks after the writer's strike began. It feels a lot like dating, Schultz says about the job market. 16 months later, Schultz is struggling to land a full-time role and is cat-sitting to cover expenses.
Jesus.
A health scare further delayed their job hunt. So here's the thing. It's all these people who are like art directors or screenwriters. It's like they're already difficult jobs to make a living at anyway.
Right.
So, and saying you're desperate it isn't going to make
No.
I'm actually sort of a desperate screenwriter.
Here's the other thing. All of those, that whole world is all referral based anyway.
Right.
You know, if you're a freelancer or whatever, adding desperate is not going to solve anything.
No. Yeah. Mr. Spielberg, I've actually got a sort of a desperate screenwriter you want to take a look at.
I didn't know he's desperate. Sure, I'll give it a
Yeah.
Jaws 5, huh?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Today's job market feels uniquely frustrating to job seekers because the labor market is so splintered, says recruiters and job seekers. Some sectors in cities, such as commercial construction in the Southwest, are still hiring briskly and have talent shortages, while other industries, such as marketing and brand management, have cooled off rapidly. So the jobs where you actually work is where they need people.
Right,
and then if you want to be working marketing, if you want to not do a job,
if you wanna,
it's very hard to find a job where you don't have to work.
Going to the gym. It was easy for a couple of years. Not so easy anymore.
So if you want to just fuck off and watch the Penguin all day, it's going to be kind of difficult to find a job where you can do that. But if you want to work in construction or maybe plumbing or something like that, they're desperate.
They're desperate.
The employers are desperate.
Employers are desperate. So maybe hang up the hat on the fucking screenplay and put on a fucking hard hat and get out there and get to work.
Right. You can work on that screenplay in your off hours.
I'm one to say I have a fucking bullshit work from home job while I work on my content creation.
Yeah, well, you bet you got it for now.
Yeah. I'm not hashtag desperate on LinkedIn.
Well, Danielle Blanding is a 27-year-old artist looking for work in the fine arts industry.
There is not a fine arts industry.
Yeah.
That is hiring anyone.
No.
I'm sorry.
She started as an arts administration intern. Whatever
that doesn't help you do anything.
At a non-profit art gallery in January 2020, shortly before graduating in March 2020. In August 2020, she was promoted to an arts administrator role on a 6-month contract. Since the contract ended in February 2021, she has worked as a waitress and a bartender to pay her bills. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you got to do. Still, she is frustrated that she hasn't been able to find work in her field. Blanding moved back in with her parents in Atlanta and is seeing a therapist.
The end. Imagine if that was the end of the article.
So,
she's a waitress now. She's seeing a therapist.
She's seeing a therapist. and she's hashtag desperate on LinkedIn. So, do with that what you will.
We just thought we'd let the whole world know. Sincerely, the Wall Street Journal.
This month, Blanding posted on LinkedIn about being open to work and changed her profile picture to desperate. She has received messages of support and commiseration from people who are in the same situation. I don't think the desperate banner takes away my confidence or bravery, Blanding says.
What confidence and bravery are we talking about?
It's so brave to fucking post your profile picture on LinkedIn. It's one of the bravest things.
Bravery, you're trying to find an admin job. You waitress.
You want to be...
Who told you it was brave? You're fucking therapist.
You want to be brave, fucking become a firefighter.
Yeah, they're hiring. Go work on a fucking construction site. Go back to trade school. Learn how to weld.
Oh my God.
They're fucking hiring. Your bravery have sparks flying in your face every fucking day. You're not an art consultant, honey. You're a waitress. Well, it's a tough world out there.
It's tough.
It's a tough world out there, but you know what? AI will replace it all anyway. So
why even fucking bother?
Why even bother? Why even put the hashtag desperate thing on? You know, I would just stay on unemployment as long as you can. Fucking write it out, baby. We're not listen. We're not here for a good time. We're here for a long time. That's what I know.
It's gonna be really fucking long. There's nothing to do. Just fucking listen to my AI podcast. Bang my head against the wall.
Look at my fucking Redbox machine in the corner. And sip my fucking $10 pumpkin spice latte. The discounts are gone and I'm fucking jobless.
Argue with my wife about politics.
Yeah. Oh, well, that has been another uplifting episode of Echo Chamber Podcast. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment, write a review.
Yeah, all that shit. As always, this is Trent Mabry signing out.
And this is Joe Nunnick signing off.
Bye-bye.